What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, granted, Ade, calm down. It's only a photo and it's at a weird shape, but Luis Ortiz looks in incredible shape. Incredible shape. Especially when you compare it to when they first done their head-to-head about a month and a half, 2 months ago. He looked awful. Even the sit down, their little face-to-face looked awful. And now, I'm pointing because I can see the photo here. Now, just based on that photo, he looks in incredible shape. That could be, he's got that kind of weird body type as well, but that's the best shape I've seen Luis Ortiz in years. Is there VADA testing for this fight? I'm not throwing accusations out there. I'm just asking the question because we know the history of Luis Ortiz, right? There has been PD issues in the past. He just looks in shape, people. And I done a preview for this video a week ago or something like that anyway. And I think I said I gave him a 10 or 15% chance. I've gone up another 10 or 15. I give him a 30% chance just based on that. I know when they fought back in 2018, when was that fight? Was it April, May? I can't remember. But when they fought, I actually said he would beat Wilder. I thought stylistically he's going to cause Wilder all problems. And in the end, Wilder got the job done. It was a good fight. It was one of my fights of the year. He did cause Wilder some problems, but in the end, Wilder's power was too much. Even though there was that kind of controversial extra amount of time that Wilder got. Was it round 7 or round 8? But Wilder got the job done. But I did say Ortiz would cause him problems. Just going on that, and again, it's only a photo. It doesn't mean the cardio is going to be good. It doesn't really mean much. But just going on that photo, I give him a 30% chance now. Would I be shocked if Ortiz beat Wilder? Yes. Let me not lie. I would be shocked. But I will say this. Don't know how to put this. I'm going to try and put this nicely, or as nice as I can. I'm not super shocked when any of the top guys lose in the heavyweight division, right? I have to be honest with you. I was shocked when when Ruiz beat Joshua, but not super shocked. And the reason I say that is because I don't really rate them. If I'm honest with you, I don't really rate these guys. I think they're all beatable. Every single one of them. Obviously, we've seen Joshua lose. Wilder, we saw he had problems with Ortiz, although I think he's looking better. I think he lost to Fury, if I'm honest with you. We saw the problems that Fury had with Otto Volin. Regardless of the cut, he still had problems, right? Cuts are part and parcel of boxing. He had problems. Didn't look great. They're not that good. I mean, Dillian White's okay. I mean, Usyk, I think, technically is the best alongside Ortiz, but I don't know. Maybe he's undersized. So I'm not high on any of them, if I'm being brutally honest. I know some people think Fury's the second coming of Ali and Wilder's power could knock out anyone. Okay, maybe, but I don't rate any of them that highly, if I'm honest with you. Which is why I always laugh when people tell me to compare sort of Fighter X to, I don't know, some of the best fighters in the 80s and 90s. I'm like, I can't even begin to have a conversation about it. Like, Evander Holyfield would run through them. Lennox Lewis would run through them all. Let's be honest. I know Lennox Lewis got put down a couple of times. I'm talking about the second version of Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis 2.0. Fucking run through them. In fact, Lennox Lewis 1.0 would run through them, if I'm honest with you. So I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, where I was going with it is that I would be shocked, but it wouldn't be like the biggest shock in the world for me. It wouldn't be, if I'm honest with you. And it would be sort of, I don't know. I'd be happy to see it. I'm always happy when something fucks up a plan, right? I mean, again, we should have had Wilder Joshua a year ago. Got fucked up because of Ruiz. We should have had the Tyson Fury Wilder rematch. Tyson Fury went off to Top Rank, messed that up. Should have happened already. Then again, we should have had Dillian White versus Wilder. But for some reason, Ortiz jumped. So I'm happy if something fucks it all up, if I'm honest with you. So I would love, and this is not because I don't like Wilder, because I do, but I would love someone to kind of mess it all up a bit. Wilder had the chance to take a massive check with the zone. He decided to gamble on himself. Let's hope the gamble comes through for his sake. But back to this photo of Ortiz. Does look good, doesn't he? I mean, is this an old photo? Am I missing something here? If not, I mean, I know we always joke, and well, not always, but I think a lot of people joke about him being 50 and 60 and whatever, silly jokes, although I get involved in that as well. And that's 50, sign me up for that body now at 50, because that looks great. But yeah, this fight, all of a sudden, I'm slightly interested. I'm slightly interested in this one. I was always interested, to be fair. We're talking Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion, the best KO record, I believe, of any heavyweight. So you're always going to be slightly interested. But I did feel the matchup was strange. That one picture has got me excited again, which is strange. Going back to that thing I said about 90s boxers beating the crop of boxers now, I'm very serious about that, by the way. I do not care about Wilder's power. I know there were heavyweights that could punch back then as well. I don't necessarily care about Fury's movement. It'll get wiped. It'll get wiped, people. I'm being very honest with you. I mean, I hope you're not a boxing fan caught up in the moment now. You've got to go back and watch some of these guys. Go and watch early Vitalis. Fucking ferocious. Ferocious. So, yeah. I might do a video on it, actually, because someone's asked me to do a video on Mike Tyson versus these guys. Honestly, I don't care if Mike Tyson was 5'11" and these guys are fucking 7 foot. I do not care. That was an exaggeration, obviously. I do not care. If ferocious Mike Tyson gets in the ring with any of them, Ortiz, Usyk, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, they're not escaping mid-rounds. They're not escaping mid-rounds. And I know some people are going to say, oh, yeah, but Donovan Razor, I don't care. I'm talking about these guys now. These guys now. They're built differently. They're built differently. These guys seem to be all pampered. I don't know what it is, but they're built differently. So I would go for most of the boxers in the 80s and 90s over these guys. I'm being very, very honest. Maybe a bit brutal. It's a bit late. I've had a glass of Jack Daniels, so I might revise that. But yeah, I'm going to do a video on it to elaborate on it further, because I keep getting questions about it. What would this guy do against Lennox Lewis? What would Wilder versus Lennox Lewis is the question I always get. Wilder just ain't getting past that jab, if I'm honest with you. Ain't getting past the jab. I always get questions about Holyfield versus Joshua. All right, yeah, anyway. Ortiz, photo. Impressive, right? Peace.